Welcome to Energise Coaching, and here we're going to take a look at interval training on the static bike. Now this would apply whether you're using a watt bike, a spin bike, or any other bike where you can rapidly alter the resistance level or the wattage through the pedals. Okay, now you'll see I'm using an app here called Interval Timer. There's a lot of different options here in the App Store. I find this one works best for me, and I've preset the settings on here today for 5 intervals where I'm going to be going flat out for 12 seconds, and then I'm going to be resting for 48 seconds. But again, you can alter these time durations depending on your level of fitness. Okay, so I'm going to sit that on there, and I've got another minute left of my warm-up, so that gives me an opportunity to tell you about the settings. Now with the bike, we want to set it so that there's a slight flex at the very bottom of the pedal stroke. So you'll see there, I've got a very slight bend in the knee. Okay, now with sprints, I don't want you to get out of the saddle. We want to stay in the saddle and power the pedals from the quads. And ideally, don't be bobbing from side to side either. Try and keep your center of axis in line with the middle of the bike and drive hard through the legs from there. Okay, so I've got 30 seconds left. So what you'll see in 30 seconds is I'm going to turn the resistance wheel on this bike as high as it'll go, and I'm just going to drive as hard as I can at maximum intensity for the 12 seconds. Then when the app buzzes or bells, I'm going to lower that back down again for the 48 seconds recovery. Okay, so I'm on the way through now, 5 seconds to go. Max effort, hard as I can. Okay, and now I'm just going to turn that wheel down for my recovery. Now on a more modern bike, that would be less time consuming. With a watt bike, for example, you can slam the lever up and slam it straight back down. With this, there's a few twists of the dial. It's quite an old bike, this. Now the key thing on your recovery is not to stop. Just going to keep your legs ticking over at a very light level of resistance. Try and get your breath back, regulate your heartbeat for the next sprint, which comes around quick, trust me. So I've got 10 seconds left, and I'm going to go again. 5. And I'm really trying to visualize beating Mark Cavendish down the Champs-Élysées here. I'm putting so much effort in. And then I'm going to ease off on the resistance. Okay, and concentrate on recovery again. So I've set that for 5 today. I won't bore you with the other 3. But you need to remember, when it comes to HIIT training, the H stands for high. So it's high intensity. So it's max effort here. We're working a rate of perceived exertion of 9 or even 10, okay? Certainly towards the latter end of your session, the last few intervals would be very, very difficult, okay? And as you can see from my breathing, after 2, I'm working at a high level of intensity. So those are static bike, high intensity intervals.